today. From Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's Week 4 and we've got what should be a great one here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Right back to Singletary on second down. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Come on now, let's go. I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Singletary again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's third and goal. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. That was a big throw right there on third and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on third and goal. Because really, second down, second and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. Third down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done. And on the opening drive of the game.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. The numbers for Hunter Henry from a week ago. 7 catches, 65 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Brady's throw into the hands of Henry here. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's second down. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. On play action, it's Brady. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Colts at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
First and 10, Taylor now. Taken down at the 47-yard line. On 2nd and 7, Brady. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it, because 4 for 4 already, I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on third down.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
24 is the mic. Touchdown, defense.
Hands it off out of the gun. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down.
Let's get off the field. 24.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 24-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talk to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football?
The ball is free. Taylor lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Every time. Keep putting that ball on the ground.
And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Brady. He completes it to Henry. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a third down gain of 4.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to Tennessee, but they're on top right now as they come up here first and 10.
Don't say nothing. 14's the mic. 14's the mic. Let's go, D.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Second and 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss.
Defense. Here we go. 24's the mic. Tack.
They go right back to Singletary. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. This offense so far on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
On third down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games. but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Hey, I think he's locked in.
Back to Taylor on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Brady's throw there complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again. He'll go right back to Tunyon. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. For the Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And everyone on their assignment defensively there as he'll be taken down behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Brady to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have cut it back within a score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that one makes it 14-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Second and 15. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Extra point forthcoming. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
24 is the mic.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Rodgers on the return. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Indy set to go on offense once more. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead.
He's coming. We got something.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Now Brady. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Hey, check back 45. Check back 45. Come on, boy. Pretty good.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
This is Hines. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run again with Hines. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
On first down, Brady. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Running straight ahead, Taylor to about the 26 here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Ravens ready to take over. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
24's the mic. Watch the run.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. On the give, this is Singletary. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. They'll look to throw here. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is going to lose yardage here. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. Yet another pass into the hands of Tunyon. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Singletary will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Brady now on 1st down. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And now both of these defenses have something to brag about following this one, each with a pick 6 today.
They are even there, but we still have to decide a winner, don't we, partner? And what they really want to brag about after this one is getting that W. The turnovers are great. Can they make plays now that tilt the balance in their favor?
Tucker now to add the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now Brady to try again after the pick six. High throw, but he makes the catch. First down now, but that clock rolling. To throw is Brady. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A give up the middle to Singletary. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
14's the mic. 14's the mic. I got it.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Check, check.
And they take a knee. One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for Baltimore, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they also
today. From Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Lamar Jackson and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the... A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here we go with the Packer offense guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Cooper here. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down. Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Rodgers now on first down. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. To throw, it's Rodgers. The throw right side going to be complete to DeGuara. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Hey, I'm coming. Check 52's the mic. 52's the mic. Get off the field.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Good job, D.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12.
Check 48's the mic.
Here's Rodgers to throw. High throw, but the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Here we go now on first and goal.
48's mine.
Here's Rodgers. Being chased out left. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here we go. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's.
Jones pushing his way into the end zone. Touchdown.
Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. The numbers for Evans in last week's ball game. 4 catches, 73 yards.
And you can tell early, they're going to look his way quite a bit, and he made himself available on that one.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike 48, Mike 48.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Looking for Cooper, that's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Packers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Rodgers going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Rodgers to throw once more. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Aaron Jones.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Packers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And out of the backfield gets in for the score. Rosas to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Brait, the tight end's got it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Jackson now. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
the play fake. Here's Jackson. This is caught by Evans. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tyler Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers are back within a score.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Doubs.
There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
Kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because you know all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. On 2nd and 10. Jackson, throw right side, taken in by Godwin. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Packers now to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Throwing is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 13 yards, 1st down Packers. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to them?
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Boy, you know, some plays you can just sort of tell they're not going to work from the start, and that was one of them right there.
Yeah, I mean, he had every option taken away, and so all that was left for him to do was to try and keep it himself, but even he knew that he had nowhere to go.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now Rodgers, and his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Now it's Rodgers. Flush to his right.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs.
And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. They'll go with Jones. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Now Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Rosas now to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He gets it left side to Johnson. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down, Jackson.
A pass underneath for Fournette.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing is Jackson.
That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw on target to Godwin here.
And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Sanders' kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Jackson's throw complete here, pulled in by Brate. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man covers were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Fournette, a first down carry.
Here we go.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Now Jackson. And Brate has it over the middle. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
From the 22, Jackson. And the catch made by Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Seven's a Mike. Mike 7.
Jackson.
Check 99. Check 99.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kenny Clark busting through to get him for a loss of 6. First and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Mike 7. Mike 7.
A handoff, Fournette running left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Finds his running back. It's Leonard Fournette with it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Sanders' kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Kill.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. To throw is Jackson. He'll check this one off to Fournette. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. The kick by Sanders is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense, get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
All day, every day, any day.
On 1st down, Rodgers. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Rodgers finds his man, Dobbs. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, Tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go again to Jones. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he'll just get rid of it. So a big one coming now for Aldrick Rosas. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. Rosas' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Jackson from the shotgun. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, what a move. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and that will keep the lead at 8. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers, the left side completion to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
They're running it. Watch switch.
After the penalty, it's Jones. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, it's Jones. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Rosa's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So Lamar Jackson in the offense. Down by 11. A little under a minute 50 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Heavy on the edges. Mike, check. 59.
Throwing. Jackson.
We want it. Come to my
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Clock running. The Bucs trying to go quickly and get set. Over the middle to Evans. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
48 Mike.
And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
48. Look, hey, we got Mike the 48 right now. Let's go. You don't want none of that. Come here. Pick up the ball. We didn't get it.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. From the left hash, this from 37. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Packers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here.
Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 4 of the MFL on EA Sports. It's the New England Patriots taking on the Buffalo Bills.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the line.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 54. Bound to lose one. Mike 5-4,
They run right side with Hunt. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 74 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. They'll look to throw again.
Double dog, that's the way.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
That's trash. 49.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 picks.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-to-1 as opposed to the 2-to-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 18 carries, 61 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Now Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And they'll accept that penalty.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. That's what I'm talking about. All day.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good gain, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick. And you have to know where to go with the football, really, in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your...
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
49, got it. 49.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Patriots have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 4.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do this.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. Check.
Now Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
58. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Allen now on 1st down. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox, 27 yards. And the Bills have got it back to within a score.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And that one makes it 14-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here are the Patriots to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
On the go. Mike's 49. I don't think you got it, son. 49. 49 to Mike. 49.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Oh, able to avoid him. 10 more there and another 1st down. The Patriots at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Second down and inches. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Patriots are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Watch the backer. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Now back to throw. That is caught by McCaffrey for a New England touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Patriots go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding enough. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's finished off by a receiving touchdown from Christian McCaffrey. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there? On second down, Montgomery. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Allen now looks to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Now the Bills will hustle to the line. From just shy of midfield, Allen over the middle, complete. That's Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard.
Throwing now is Allen. His throw incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to throw now on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the 2nd half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And he completes it to the tight end Knox.
And he is going to have a Bills first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on 3rd down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike. Go. Get that quarterback deep.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Allen to throw it. It's complete to Diggs. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
We got this. I got him. 58, Mike, 58.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Mike 45. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 45, 45, Mike 45.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 35 yards. And the Bills have cut it back within a score.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Don't get nervous. 49, guys. Mike.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And that flag accepted.
49's the Mike. Watch 49.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
Ready?
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get into his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Bills ready to take over. And the offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Defensively, they have that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken right around the 44. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. He'll look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball at the 8 here for second and a yard, maybe a touch less.
Check. 54, watch 54.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 49, got it.
Again, McCaffrey. And he will not get in. In fact, he might have lost a yard. Back to the 2.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
Hunt is into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just 1 play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. A 10-play drive that time. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another 1st. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To the air, Allen. Work, puts it on the carpet, it's out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Let's go. Pick it up, D.
Throwing again on second down. Allen, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
52. 52. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Montgomery back to the ground. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 67 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They'll look to throw. That's caught left side by Hardman. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this will probably get away from them.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Third down, here's McCaffrey.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh? 54's Mike.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
49's the mic. Watch 49. I'm coming for you. You mind?
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Ready? 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there, and the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting, but in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the Patriots, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.
Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 4 of the MFL on EA Sports. It's the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. The losers their last time out. So seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks down at 6'5".
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw here. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 6. Throwing left side, it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Watch the ship.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll take it inside the 25.
Ready.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Let's go. Hey, 1 7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Go.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
43 is the Mike, boy. 43. Check. 43.
2nd and 13. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Ebron with it over the middle.
And the Eagles They're going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Extra point put through by Succop. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole. And then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off. But you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Niners at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Lance looking to throw it. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a play fake. Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And Lance going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The numbers last week for Mitchell. 16 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Throwing on first down is Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to bring up second down. Lance now to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Got his target, Samuel. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down first and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
Here's Lance to throw it. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
These two teams all tied after one. Second and 9.
43 is the mic. Ready, go. Check, 43. I'm coming after you. Ready, go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Let's go. Yellow, 43.
Watch the slant.
Back to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike.
On second down, they'll run it here. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. He finds his target, Ebron. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hey. We got three. Three down.
Ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight ahead power, and they got it done.
Suck up for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Got an open man. It's McLeod. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. First down, here's Mitchell. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Lance. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
33, yellow.
Throwing on 2nd down, Lance. That'll be complete to Sermon. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Lance. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. Now for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Looking for a bounce back, had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 2nd and 4. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25.
Hurry.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is now 21-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 30 on 2nd down, Lance. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Ready.
They run over center with Mitchell. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with. They have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Lance. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Coming this way. Here we go.
To throw, it's Lance.
Ricky.
Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Shotgun now for Lance. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Hasn't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Charlie Warner from 3 yards out. And the 49ers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they try the right side here, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 2nd and 9 now. Ebron caught left side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Come on, set. 10 black.
Tight end right.
Ready, go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check. Fresno.
He'll drop to throw. Slant to Adams. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now back to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Javon Kinlaw forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Succop's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Lance, left side, that's caught by Mitchell. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Lance looking to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Yellow, 43.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here we go.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Pin the mirrors back and go full stack. Go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
Ready. 38.
I got 11. Single receiver.
Ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Choose the mic. It's going to be a long day.
Let's go.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the 1st by a few yards. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away.
Let's go now. Blue 32.
Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Set the tone.
Go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
Let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Hey, check Mike 20.
Ready. Go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Steady. Hut.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21.
Check. Hut.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back.
Go.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Ready.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Here we go. Black 95.
All day. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Check. Hut.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters, every 4 games, and assess 3-1. Any team would take that.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Eagles, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next